McDonald's is not a restaurant. McDonald's is a real estate agency.
I actually watched an episode, a video on
real
this.
estate. McDonald's is a real estate agent.
McDonald's is a real estate agency, and what they do is every franchised out building they own outright. So whatever the franchisee is paying back goes directly into their pocket.
Wow.
Alrighty, what up, you guys? I'm Bryson Smith.
And I'm Javin. And this is Etcetera. Oh my God, you nailed that, Bryson. That's amazing.
I'm getting better at it.
He was precision aiming, and he fucking nailed that button. We've been struggling with it.
If you're new to the channel, definitely make sure to support, follow us on all of our social medias, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything. Today's topic is going to be about evil corporations. I don't feel like we need to introduce her anymore because we introduce our guests and I'm like, they've been on again. People, they would know them by now. So I'm just
you guys know Caitlin.
You've
She's
seen
wonderful.
Me before.
Let's give her a round of applause. There it is.
There it is. So yeah, introduce the topic.
Evil corporations. So basically, we're gonna be going over how is it that these corporations have so much influence? Why do we think they're evil and things like that? I know one of the things that we were talking about earlier was Disney, and I feel like they have an extremely huge amount of influence, and no one knows really why. Like, why does Disney have a huge influence over people?
I think it's really interesting. I mean, I think the influence spans because it's so rooted deep in nostalgia at this point. The thing that I found most creepy was recently I was saying to you guys earlier that a commercial came on for like a Disney anniversary or some big event that Disney's going to be hosting, and it showed this guy and he's walking around in like Mickey Mouse shoes, and then it cuts to kids wearing like Mickey Mouse ears and families wearing their Mickey Mouse ears around the house saying we can't wait for Disney to open, and I just found it to be extremely dystopian and creepy.
I think there's some truth to that.
God.
Definitely, I feel like longevity, when a company or a person or someone that's been around a long time, they definitely have a form of influence.
Absolutely.
Even if it's rooted in racism.
What I want to,
which Disney is. Like most things are in America, though.
That's
absolutely.
True.
Yeah.
Most American companies, but specifically what I want to talk about is the personalization of these corporations.
Okay.
Where not only is Mickey Mouse, Disney, this corporation that we love and respect, is this corporation that we see as a human being, as having an entity unto itself, either through a logo, which is, Mickey Mouse,
Right,
or let's assign it to another corporation like Wendy's, where Wendy has a Twitter presence, like she's actually roasting people online. I see her as a human being when she's a multi-million or billion, I don't even know, corporation that just wants to sap the life out of you and anyone else that can make a profit. So it's that phenomenon that I really want to discuss. Is it right? Is it okay to even see them like that? Or is it just all in good fun and there are other ways to see it?
What do you think, Caitlin?
Well, I think going back to Disney and focusing on Disney, just because it's, on my mind right now.
Example.
They've established themselves as this reliable corporation that puts out entertainment. And to reference one of my business major friends, she made an excellent point when I brought this up, is when we go to Disneyland and we're paying these high prices for tickets and high prices for food and, just overall inflated, price to be marketed to essentially for 8 hours. She said that, we live in a day and age where we are not purchasing, necessarily products anymore. We're purchasing experiences. So rather than them marketing to us as here's a product that you can use to ease your everyday life is already so easy that now we're seeking experiences. We're going above and beyond because life has become so easy.
For them, right?
For us as civilians. So I'm willing to pay the $300 to go to Disneyland because it's an experience for me.
Right.
Rather than purchasing a Disney product. But I guess it comes full circle because you are purchasing a Disney product.
Well, you got to pay for the food. You got to pay for all the shirts and whatever else they sell there. You're right. You were paying for experiences. Before we go any further, I just want to give a special shout out to these two in their suits. As you can see, they're professional and I'm not at all because I'm just not professional. I've said that a lot. Yeah. I was supposed to come in a suit and I didn't. Yeah. Shame.
That's
on me.
okay.
It was your idea also.
This was my idea and I just don't even follow through with it. Shame
We'll
on
look
Bryce.
even
Shame.
nicer in the other episode we're gonna do. So adding to your point, we're paying for experiences. It's true. But how Disney does it in particular, I find to be especially nasty. They take people who care. They take artists who are going to do what they were going to do anyway. They were going to do it for free. They were going to revolutionize their field. They were going to go above and beyond because they love creativity and they love their craft. And what Disney did was they carved out an avenue through which creators could express themselves and gain notoriety and success, but then said, I own you. I own everything you do. Everything you love is mine, and I get to do with it whatever I fucking want. And it's that tactic that's led to the synchronization of masterpieces that we have today, like these Disney movies that we fucking adore.
Well, that's because they just have so much money. I was just going to bring up Star Wars because what's his name? I'm having a brain fart. Creator of Star Wars, the creator of Star Wars.
George Lucas.
Yeah, he sold Star Wars to them for what was it, like $4 billion back in like 2012?
Ridiculous amount of money because they have it. And that's how they carved out that path through excellent business practices and manipulating copyright laws and preying upon what is essentially slave labor. But that's not unusual for a corporation. I mean, Walmart does the same thing.
Right.
Target, Wendy's.
I think it really just comes down to who has the money.
I think it's unique. Something that's unique about Disney, and I think that we also see in corporations like Amazon, which have completely conquered the online marketplace, is they've gone beyond being a corporation that's reliable, and they've gone beyond being a corporation that is, available to the people and readily available, and they've turned it almost into a form of dogma, where it's like,
wait, dogma?
Dogma.
What does that word mean? I don't know what
so
that
like
means.
Religious dogma is like religious practice, like it's something that you hold so like it's true, there's nothing that can go against it, it's
Staple.
truer than true. Yeah,
I got you.
like a staple. And so now when we're doing, for example, online Christmas shopping, since it is the Christmas season, you don't even think about Walmart anymore. You don't necessarily think about Target. You go, I'm gonna go on Amazon.
That's a
straight
fact.
to Amazon. And then with the Prime shipping, where you get it in 2 days, or in some areas you get it in 1 day, it's like, why would you go anywhere else?
So I have a question.
Why would you have to?
Is it wrong? I mean, it's so convenient.
We're crippling independent businesses. So if you look at local businesses, especially, around our area and everything, they're folding because they can't compete with Amazon.
But at the same time, I know that all of us are using Amazon.
All of us are reusing Amazon. We can sit here, we can bitch about how awful Amazon is, but we will go on there tomorrow. We'll go on there tonight. We'll order whatever because it's easy and it's convenient. And we're sheeple.
And additionally, we're going to watch the Disney movies. We're going to watch Star Wars. We're going to
watch The Mandalorian.
I'm going to go to Taco Bell or McDonald's. We're going to go to these corporations because it's less about, at this point, it's less about your ability to overcome a titan of evil and more about the fact that you need to live life. You need to live as successfully as you can because the same mechanisms that cause them to be successful are the ones that you have to operate off of.
Right.
So it's kind of like saying, in order to defeat a dictator, you have to sacrifice your life. You can't expect every American citizen to do that. Well, you can certainly prompt them to. But.
Yeah, well, at what point do we even want to? It's come down to life is now so simple and everything is so readily available at your fingertips. If you want happiness, you scroll through Instagram. If you want happiness, you scroll through Facebook and you get it by proxy. If you need something, you go to Amazon.
It doesn't really make you happy though.
Does it?
Cell phone,
does it?
Not me at least. And
But 20 minutes ago, you were sitting here scrolling through Instagram.
Yeah, I wasn't
Your
happy
friends are
doing
in
it. I was
the
just
room.
doing it though. I wasn't like making my day.
But you're addicted. You're addicted.
I wouldn't say I'm addicted.
I would argue.
I was just on my phone.
Right,
That's
but
funny.
you're drawn to these social media apps. We all are. I find myself going through Instagram and Facebook, even though it doesn't necessarily bring me happiness.
Right.
But there's something that keeps bringing you back. It is like an addiction, and I think the same could be said for companies like Amazon and Disney, which I think are the biggest and most notorious for this instance.
I gotta defend myself in this.
Oh, let's go.
Go
I'm
for
not
it.
addicted.
I'm ready.
I could okay, so kind of going off topic. I could put my phone down for like a week or two and not use it, but I actually have to use it because I have to stay in contact with friends and whatnot.
And in that sense, I would say that I think you said this, the resources have changed. Now it's not about what resources you have. It's not about, oh man, I need this much food for this amount of time. I need this much land for these amount of reasons. That doesn't get you power anymore. It still can in some capacity, but now what is important is information. More specifically, the kind of information you put out and the kind of information you let in. And what Amazon and Disney and all of them do is experience. They provide you with experiences and what is essentially trinkets. You don't have to do anything, and you have the ease of all of society at your fingertips. But you have to pay for it with to exaggerate the point, your soul.
Right.
And that's not, I really don't think that's our fault. I think that's due to the fact that we personalize these companies. We say they are a titan. They are gods. They are something that is consistent throughout my experience. I ebb and weave and flow and change. These corporations stay the same. They are the same as I've always known them. McDonald's has had the same brand my entire life. Yeah, they've changed strategies, they've changed faces, but they've essentially stood for the same things. Amazon's not different. Disney's not at all different. They've had the same policy since the dawn of time.
I really don't understand how McDonald's is still thriving with all. It's such bad food.
They're actually declining a little bit.
I can answer that. I have an
Still
answer for
thriving,
this.
though.
I have an answer for this. Oh my
Get
gosh.
it.
Are you guys ready?
Let's
Are you ready?
go.
McDonald's is not a restaurant. McDonald's is a real estate agency.
I actually watched an episode, a video on
real
this.
estate.
It's really
McDonald's
cool.
is a real estate agent.
McDonald's is a real estate agency, and what they do is every franchised out building they own outright. So whatever the franchisee is paying back goes directly into their pocket.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hot
Have you
knowledge
read on
drop.
this, Jevin?
Yeah, there's a video out there that's pretty popular on YouTube. It's Food Theory. It's done by a person named Matt Pat, and he's pretty cool, and it's a pretty cool video. And I guess maybe you can link it at the top.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, it's a real estate agency. It's not really food makes some of the profit, but they mainly profit off of the fact that they buy up land and rent it out to people.
So it's not a restaurant, or is it both?
It's a
I'm like,
restaurant, but
people eat there.
they make the majority of their money off of real
I got
estate.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So in terms of food and stuff like that, I think they are declining. But in terms of the profits they make off of real estate, they've never really gone down. And in that same sense, Disney will never go down because of the structures.
I'm sorry. I can't picture them ever falling.
Well, here's where we are. Advertising has changed. It's not so much, man, look at my product. Don't you want to eat it? Isn't it so delicious? Now it's, you're hungry. When you're hungry, where would you like to go? And you only have like 5 or 6 options available to you at any time. It's not trying to get you to eat their product. It's trying to get you to eat there when you're hungry. And that is a completely different advertising strategy than what the past has had. Now it's, you are buying an experience. You're not buying food.
Right. I have a question. If a corporation like a Disneyland or something major were to go down, I'm curious to know how would that happen? Like, what would that hypothetically speaking look like?
Oh, so like if Disney were to fail tomorrow,
Or like a Walmart, because Walmart is known for taking a lot of small businesses and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like, how would we stop that? What would that look like if it were to
so
happen?
like are you asking how we would prevent the decline of Walmart, or if Walmart were to just go away tomorrow, what would that affect? How would that affect the market?
No, I'm asking
What would cause Walmart to go down?
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
Well, why does Walmart work? Walmart swims through a mire of like tax codes, zoning laws, all of that. But at the end of the day, all anyone ever really has to do is look at where they are going to provide the most benefit to the people in power. And what will those people in power do for them? So Walmart's in a position to where they give lots of people in power profit. As long as that remains true, there is no reason they will go down.
Well, I know that, but
So what would cause them to go down? If some law were passed or if some practice they put forth, something that would make whoever they're in bed with not want to sleep with them, that would make them go down. If there was a huge societal uprising saying, fuck Walmart because of this reason, then investors and their fucking, what is it called? The people, the board. We're not experts on this show. We are not well versed in business.
Or if people
lingo.
just stopped buying the products there.
Yeah,
Yes.
the board of members, no, not specifically people stop buying their products. People stop believing in Walmart. People stop believing that Walmart is the place to go because that's their brand. That's every successful brand. If you want something from a grocery store, you go here.
Right.
Independent grocery stores don't exist in the public consciousness. That's not even an idea that pops in your head. So as soon as the public says, oh, Walmart's not the place to go, that's when they tank. That's when the people that they serve and who serve them say, fuck you. We're not dealing with your shit, and they'll tank. Same with politicians, same with pretty much anyone who has the centralization of power in their favor. But understand that requires an overwhelming population to do that, or something pretty substantial to occur where Walmart really fucks up and they play their cards wrong and things go over there.
Okay. I was just curious to hear how that would pan out.
Well, another way in which Walmart could potentially fail is if the people who supply them suddenly stop.
That would be wild.
Wouldn't it?
That would be
like,
crazy.
I'm not really well versed in this. Does Walmart have a Basil Walmart owned brand? Because like I know
Yeah,
Aldi has theirs that's how they're able to save money is they have their Aldi brand, and then Costco obviously has Kirkland. But does Walmart have their own?
Yeah, it does.
Do you know what it's
more
called?
regional. I don't actually.
Do they?
I gave
Do
up on
they?
Great value.
Walmart.
Great value. It's great value.
Is Great Value Walmart?
Yeah, that's Walmart.
Wow.
Walmart owned. Yeah, I buy them because it's cheaper.
Yeah, Great Value is
You're
Walmart,
supporting Walmart.
No, okay, so this is actually something I really want to talk about. I don't know if we'll have time. But so again, the personalization of corporations. When a corporation tries to make themselves a person, a brand where you're like, oh, they're my friend. They like me and I like them because they have these traits that I admire and relate with. That causes loyalty. And what happens when you have people who are loyal to you, they won't revolt. They won't do anything against you. So that thing I said where if everyone didn't like what Walmart did, if Walmart did something and they were like, everyone's like, fuck you, Walmart. Their ability to personalize themselves and have a dialogue quashes this. They can act like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. I made a mistake. I'm a person. I'm allowed to make mistakes, as opposed to a multi-billion conglomeration who did not make a mistake. They deliberately planned for the atrocities that they commit. This is a way to ensure that revolts don't happen and every cock they need to suck stays happy. And when they do that, I'm curious about whether or not we can combat that. How would you guys combat that?
Ooh, that's a really good question.
I have my answer.
I think the most apparent, but not the most real or attainable one would be everyone just stops going.
That's
No, that's fair though.
That would be the thing that would single-handedly cripple any business if the cash
Any
revenue,
big
like
one.
Anything, yeah.
any gross just stops coming in. However, that's not attainable because, like you said, we don't necessarily agree with Walmart, but we buy Great Value because it's cheaper. I would buy Great Value over another brand because it's just cheaper. It's more affordable. So it's like that's directly fueling the machine.
Yeah,
we are cogs in the machine.
but we have to be. That we're consumers. We were raised in a consumeristic culture.
Another brick in the wall, you know.
Yeah.
We have to operate off of the mechanisms provided for us. If we don't, then we are working against the stream. And while working against the stream is not wrong, it is largely unrealistic. You're not operating off of the social values that the rest of society will follow. You have to work with the stream in order to guide it. Now,
or
Bryson,
you got to just be like a huge influencer and just make sure that the people that really hold you down listen to everything you say, and you guys can make something happen.
right, which makes you the same as Walmart. You're just fighting about not the same in terms of ethics, but the same in terms of strategy. You suck the cocks and keep them happy. If you do that, you have power.
That's how you would have to grow a community.
Yeah, of course. What are you talking about? You have to make people happy. You have to appease people who do things.
Javin's an experienced cocksucker. He knows what he's talking about.
I know what I'm talking about. I'm a white man in America. That is my job.
Is that why our YouTube channel is growing so slowly? We're not sucking enough cocks. Is that what you're getting at, Javin?
Wow, that was a crippling
Legitimately, though, yes, that is true. We are not sucking nearly enough cocks. But so my theory on how to combat this is steal. I genuinely think I hear me out. This is radical, but I really do think in order to follow the consumerist principles that this country provides you while also fighting against the system, steal from Walmart, steal from the people who are making children work all day to provide money for their families and for survival. Steal from the people who say this is the most important thing for you to have and you need to give me money for it. Don't give them the money, have the thing of value. I'm not saying go riot. I'm not saying burn buildings down. I'm not saying to hurt people who don't deserve to be hurt, but fucking steal when they will not be harmed, and they will change their policies. They will change.
Can you put your foot into frame really quick and show everyone that you're wearing Crocs?
I am a proud Crocwear.
Are you proud to be supporting a company that single-handedly has crippled the economy of numerous African countries?
No.
But yet you only own Crocs?
I only own Crocs.
Wow.
And I didn't buy a single one of them.
I'm still on. He was telling people to steal.
I you know what?
I'm using that clip
freeloader.
at the beginning of the video, by the way.
What's that?
I said I'm using that clip for the beginning of the video. Steal.
No, I'm serious. Like pirating sites where Disney has these paywalls, all of these streaming services that are gouging you out of your money and essentially accumulating to what cable was, which was still is an evil fucking company. Steal from them. They're not providing you the best service they can. Pirating sites don't provide you the best service in the world. They can't use Google search engines as effectively. They can cater to your experience.
Are we gonna survive the algorithm with this? They're gonna look through it.
We're really going in.
Steal.
Streaming services nobody's giving you the best they could. So fucking steal from them and they'll be like, wait, okay, hey, I've got a better thing. You'll pay money for this, because we will. We do pay money for things we like. That is proven by the capitalistic structures we exist
with. The number, I guess the quantity of people that do steal now versus the number of sheeple that subscribe to services.
How many of them are rich?
You know what? I don't know that.
Mostly disenfranchised people steal, and they steal very small things. The percentages of profits lost on stealing are marginal. They're actually negligible. And it is only through the pathological oppression of the working class and poor people in gouging out their money. That's the only reason we care. They could cut costs in other places. They could deal with that problem more effectively, but it just wouldn't be as effective. They would rather support a stigma of hurting people who don't deserve it. So, yeah, a lot of people steal very small things, but we're not doing it enough. So that's my opinion.
Damn. Well, kind of in the same vein, but I was going to say, did you read, I don't know how true the study was. I can't remember it, but it was like Jeff Bezos tomorrow could end hunger in America.
Oh, yeah,
and he just
yeah.
actively chooses not to.
Not even just
My-
Jeff Bezos,
yeah.
but really
Any billionaire.
all those billionaires could do that.
He's something. He just actively wakes up every morning, stretches, makes his morning cup of Folgers because he's a cheap bastard. He sips it happily and goes, yeah, there's a starving child down the street. I love it.
They didn't work hard enough, and so I don't have to care.
What's that smell? Tears? Poverty? I love it. Keep it coming.
Filtered orphan tears is what I use to make my cup of joe in the morning.
Gets ready for the day.
He'd be like, "Can you guys still buy products off of my website?"
Gets ready for the day, opens his cabinet, reaches for his cologne. What is it? Orphan tears. Thai sadness.
Yeah, and in 2 years, that's going to be on Amazon for you to buy, and we're all going to fucking buy it.
It's going to be,
point.
Yep, keep you young.
There's a meme thing where it was like Jeff Bezos could be Santa Claus. And the only reason he isn't is because he's making the deliberate choice not to be Santa Claus.
That's funny as hell.
You have to be an evil person. I think that, yeah.
But what shocks me is he could be, though. It's not even the money thing.
What
He
shocks me is
also
it could
knows what we like through Amazon.
Right.
He knows what everyone wants. So he could be Santa. Buy children gifts. Put it under their tree. You already go into their houses with drones. Just be Santa Claus. Just
alone-
fucking do it.
That statement alone proves why corporations are evil. When someone actively chooses to not be Santa Claus after having the means to do so.
Not only is it not sci-fi, it's explicit magic. That is the magic genre, and a human being, one man, could actually do it. That's how batshit this fucking country.
Instead of you're a wizard, Harriet, you're a bastard, Bezos.
And you guys still buy his products though.
I will tomorrow.
We do.
Products
Buy
off of
products.
his
Sheeple.
website.
It's Christmas. I've got to. He's Big Daddy Claus.
Okay,
I've
well-
gotta buy his
Big
gifts.
Daddy Claus.
Jeff Bezos, you're Big Daddy Claus, and I'm gonna buy your gifts because I have no choice. But I will steal as much as I humanly can. Understand that.
You're going to go on every flagged list out there.
I hope to.
Goals.
So what are we learning today, you guys?
Companies are evil. Jeff Bezos is a bastard. He supports fascism. Wearing
I support
Crocs.
fascism. I
Definitely
didn't buy
like,
for a thing.
subscribe, support us, follow us on all of our social medias.
Tell us if you agree. Do you
Right.
want to form a social uprising? Come follow us.
What I really
Start
want to
a
do,
fan club to hate Jeff Bezos.
I want to
too
form
many.
like a little cult thing on our channel of
Amen.
supporters.
Yeah, you'll
Like just a
notice
whole bunch of
that
supporters.
Ralph's not here. It's just because he's visiting family for Christmas, and so
Right,
you might not see
right,
him for a
yeah.
minute. All right,
We'll see you next time.
see you next time.